Good morning. It is getting, see if I can spill my tea on myself. Ow. It's not hot. I don't know why I said ow. Like, oops, ew, now I'm slimy. I don't know. We are swiftly coming to the time of the year that we will be using artificial light because there is not much sun out there. But it's my favorite time of the year. We're moving into fall and we are moving into winter. It's bliss from the outside. I love it. Oh my goodness, I just keep spilling stuff all over me. I must be jerking more. So I did not sleep very well last night. I went to sleep fine. Went to bed with my partner, not a problem. Went to sleep. It was great. Midnight, I woke up hot. We turned the air conditioner on in our bedroom. There goes Astra. She's been howling all morning. I've been up since, finish my story. So I was up at midnight. I was up till, awake till 3, because that's when my partner's alarm went off and he got up and went to work. I finally went back to sleep. I was drifting in and out, but I finally went back to sleep after he left. And I slept all the way through till 7, which is late for me. And Astra was digging. She didn't have her claws out. She was digging up underneath the covers at the base of my back. And I could just feel those little toes. Mama, wake up, feed me. It was so cute. Sometimes she gets really loud and in my face, licks my nose and howls in my face, but not this morning. So that was nice. Anyway, she has been, excuse the yawning. I thought I'd gotten it all out of my system before I started. Apparently not. So she started howling 5 minutes after I got downstairs, before I even fed her. So I'm really not sure what the howling thing is. So today it is overcast and it's raining. And yes, I am smiling about that because we need the moisture so bad. We are kind of in that place of drought where I'm at, and we need the moisture. And it's been really raining. It's on and off rained, I think, all night. We have fires around here and a lot of smoke, and the rain attaches particles and pulls it down. I don't know the science for that. Please don't shoot me. So today, what I wanted to talk about is letting go of judgment. And it was just kind of at the tail end of yesterday's place of peace that I thought, oh, that's a really good one. I want to focus on that tomorrow. And the reason I want to talk about it is I'm an artist. And I'm an artist that makes for other people. I am also a giver. I get joy from giving to other people and making for other people. It's very rarely that I make something for myself every once in a while, I make something for myself. Most of the time, I make for other people, and that's what brings me joy. Now, I know where that comes from. That comes from childhood trauma. That comes from being accused of being selfish and mean-spirited and judgy. Okay? So, when I make for other people, I get joy and love from that action. I feel unfettered, completely free to give of myself and show that. That's the best way that I know how to show care and appreciation and love for someone, is I give, okay? And I give something that I've made normally, right? So The reason letting go of judgment comes up in here is that this is something I work on all of the time. Judgment of myself if I haven't given enough, and I have to let go of that. I also have to let go of, often and frequently, I have to let go of my judgment expectation of other people giving back. Because what I give out does not mean, and this is a blanket statement for everybody, what you give out does not mean you're going to get that back, okay? And I don't give with the expectation to get back. I don't. But when people do give back, I can be kind of disappointed because they can't read my mind and they don't know what it is that I want. Now, I've had some pretty long conversations with my counselor on this over the years. I've had many counselors over the years. And now that I know I have autism, I kind of understand that. This is actually kind of a common topic amongst autistics in chat groups. We all talk about it. We all talk about how what we like and what our expectation is doesn't seem to happen coming back our direction, but we take all the effort and all of the time and all of the effort and time and money or whatever, and we give so that that person has that joy, that appreciation, that knowing that we love them, right? But we don't get that back. And there is a very common autistic thread in all of the chat groups about that disappointment. And that disappointment is judgment. And I know that that's what it is because years and years and years of therapy have told me that that's what that is. I will always struggle with that because nobody outside of me can read my mind and know what I want. It's a funny, not funny thing in my relationship with my partner. His love language is food. So he always wants to give me food. He wants to take me out to eat. He wants to do those things. Well, I have all these allergies. I just can't eat normally. Like, I can't go anywhere and eat like everybody else does, right? So, and gift giving, he figured out really, really early in our relationship that I'm picky, right, with what I want. So he never knows what to give me. So we have lists so that I say, these are the things that I really, really want. And he goes, okay, I can pick from that list. Yes, you can pick from that list and I will be overjoyed. And he goes, okay, because that's what he wants to incite. He wants to incite the same thing that I want to incite when I give things to people, that sunshine coming from their smile and their body language and their soul and their spirit just goes, oh, this person loves me. They gave me this thing. Because that's what we do when we give gifts, right? We want to show that we love, that we care. Now, not everybody's love language is the same, and there's a whole book on that, and I should probably reread that because I'm a little out of touch with all the different love languages. But what comes with that is judgment too. Like not getting what you want and understanding that that person doesn't mean that they don't know you or don't love you or don't care about you. And you getting not what you wanted doesn't mean that they don't love you and care about you. Again, judgment. And judgment goes into a lot of things. Judgment can be, oh, she doesn't look good in that. Or judgment could be, I don't like how that, I don't like her tone of voice or whatever. I have a really dear, beautiful friend in my life who I adore. And she has a very loud presence. She's not a big person. She's taller than me, but she's not like an Amazonian 6'10" whatever person, but she has a huge presence. And I love her presence, and she's so beautiful, and she's so loving, and she's so joyful and caring, and she has a really loud voice. And I absolutely treasure my friendship with her with all of my heart. And I tear up every time I talk about it because I know that she has received bullying and she's been picked on. She's been judged by her peers. She's been treated very judgy by people in her social circles because of how she presents to the world. And it makes me so sad because that is somebody who, of all the people in the world that I know, does not deserve that judginess. You know, we all have things that some people like and some people don't like. And, you know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm very careful when I put energy out in the universe about new clients. Like, bring me people who need to hear what needs to be said. Let them be ready, because my download sessions are unfettered. This is the way it is, and it does trigger energetic change in their world. And if they're not ready for it, it can sound wrong. It can sound harsh, and it can feel topsy-turvy in their lives. And if somebody's not ready for that, it can feel awful. And I don't want those people to feel judged, right? I think I say that in my readings all the time. This is not a criticism. This is not judgment. This is just the way it is. This is what you're pulling from. And when I think about judgment in daily devotion, and I think about things that I have to focus on and what we all have to focus on is, you can't tiptoe through life, right? You have to be authentic to yourself. Like my friend, she's really, really loud. She's beautiful. She's very giving. She's got a heart of gold, and I absolutely adore her. So my help for her in the world is to accept her for who she is. And if somebody says something judgy, I put a stop to that. I go, whoa, you don't know this person. That is not your place. And I've done what I can, right, in that moment to put a stop to that judgy and that criticism. When I talk about letting go of judgment for myself, I have to, and my partner is amazing in this. Every once in a while I've said something and he goes, well, you know what, that sounds kind of mean. I go, oh, I did. It sounded horrible. What a horrible, not I'm a horrible person, but what a horrible thing for me to say. Where did that come from? And normally, if I'm called out on something, it's because I've come from a place of judgment. And what is judgment? This is what I was getting to. 12 minutes, 13 minutes in to get to this. Sorry about that. Judgment is fear. The underlying emotion, we've talked about this before, guys, in daily devotion. There are only two emotions in the world. There's love and there's fear. Everything boils down to that. So judgment comes from fear. And where is my fear in that statement? Where is my fear when I'm being judgy when somebody gives something to me? I know what my fear is when people give me things that I'm disappointed in, and it comes from a place of judgment. It's that fear that people don't know me. People can't really see me for who I am, or that person is just going through the motions and it's fake. And I do not respond to fake well. That's my journey, right? But when you're in that place, when I've said something that's judgy, I have to look at where my fear is coming from. Am I afraid of the way people perceive me? 9 times out of 10, that's where my judginess comes from. Am I afraid of my place in the world in relationships with other people? Yep, that's often where my judgment comes from. So I'm going into a day where I've got clients today, and I know that the sessions that I have are going to be tricky today. I know kind of what's coming at me. And so not only do I have to think about making sure I have my place of peace all centered, I've connected with my guides and my elements, and I've really done that work. I also need to be in that place where if judgment crops up, I have to be in that place where I can say, okay, what am I afraid of? And is my fear going to get in the way of the work that I need to do? And or can I put that fear to the side and can I address it later? Those are all options. Astros, come to visit. Say hi. Say hi. So judgment, letting go of judgment, when I talk about letting go of judgment, and if I talk about it in like today's idea of, okay, I've got clients, if judgment pops up, what do? I give it love. I have to be able to give it self-love. I have to be able to give it love from the universe. And I'm not talking about this erroneous, like, ethereal white light of the universe stuff. I'm talking about real practical, can I love myself in that moment to let that judgment go? Can I love the fear and be okay with how it makes me feel? Love it and let it go. Because that's how you let judgment go. You have to love the fear and you have to know where it comes from. Even if you don't know the memory of where it comes from and what and why, and that's years of therapy. You should get a counselor. I have a counselor. I recommend them highly. What I do recommend is that you love the fear. Love that it does come from somewhere. Love that it's legitimate, that it's a part of you. You're not imagining it. It's not something that you've made up. It's not something you borrowed from something else. It's legitimately a part of yourself. So love that part of yourself. That part of yourself needs nurturing and love and kindness and acceptance so that you can heal. That's how we heal. I went through some pretty awful things as a child and as a young adult, and one or two horrible things as an adult. I have to love myself, and I have to know and accept that that person was going through a lot. That person had an undiagnosed mental health issue. That person had 2 undiagnosed disabilities. That person was walking around seeking and doing the best she could. So the best that I can do now for that person, my past self, is to love myself and accept that I just didn't know. I didn't have all the tools. I did the best I could with what I had available to me. Doesn't mean I did it good. I failed a lot. I can let go of that judgment of self and turn that around and be present for the people in front of me now. So that's today's daily devotion. It's lightening up a little bit. It's supposed to be cloudy all day. I don't know if I'm going to do my sessions outside because I don't know if it's going to rain more or if I'm going to do them in my living room. My living room's a little bit of a mess. It's kind of an art studio overflow right now. So yeah, there's that. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Have blessings and kindness unto you, and give yourself some love. Love your judgment. And I wish you a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow in prayer. Blessed be.